Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to try out these new Jofay Fashion full cover tips. They have 504 pieces, but what got me was that it had 19 sizes, and I was just like sold, because I've got those nails where it's like in between sizes, so sometimes I have to like file the bigger size smaller, so I just really don't like to do that very much. So when they showed me these ones, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because they asked me if I wanted to try them out, and I was kind of, because I like their other tips, and I was just like, there's no way that many sizes is like in a box. So I was shocked. Now, this is the difference between the 0 and the 11, which is like the biggest size that comes in the box and the smallest size. And it's got your half sizes. So they put a lot of half sizes in there. I think a couple of them are doubled for like the most worn possible like sizes maybe. But I really did enjoy them having the two sizes. So I just showed you a couple of them. And then like the smaller sizes for like those different pinky sizes. Now, it may seem like not a huge deal to have the half sizes for some people, because if your nails fit the regular sizes, then I mean that's great, but I have like a hard time sizing them out sometimes. But I chose, those were those short Coffin ones, and they're also fully matte, so they're ready to be painted on top right after you apply them, which I thought was also really awesome. I really don't like having to do all the extra steps, even though I do like buff the top a little bit anyway, but them coming matte on top really does help with the quickness of being able to do your nails. These are the medium almond shape. Now they do have a really good almond shape. I just thin them out a little bit on the sides because I like a little bit more of like a pointier almond, but these are shaped really good, and I've had them on for a couple of days now since doing this video, and they are holding up, y'all. So I went ahead and sized them off camera. They're really, really strong. Like, all I did was put a thin layer of rubber base and a top coat on top of them, and as y'all will see at the end, and they are holding up to my duties. But back to where we are now. I use this bubble peely base underneath my tips. I have gotten a lot of messages recently about my tips and how I apply them and how I remove them. I have a lot of videos on it. I actually created a playlist of tip application and then a separate playlist of tip removal. But this peely base is a complete game changer, y'all. I've left my nails on for 2 weeks with this peely base, and it does not budge until I am ready for my nails to come off. So if that is something that y'all are looking for, like an easy way to remove your nails, but you want to wear them for a week or two or whatever, and you don't want to soak them off, this is the way. I would highly suggest checking out this peel base. It is a gel peel base, so you got to be careful. I don't know anything about it being HEMA free. I will have to look it up again. I looked it up once, but I forgot. I don't have a problem with any allergies or anything at this moment in time, so I'm just really careful to not get any on my skin, and if I do, I wipe it off really quick. But I put the peely base on top of all of the nails, a decent layer like you would a base coat, and then I cure it for 60 seconds. Now, I should have done this before I put the peely base on. I'm just going to use the Modelones primer, and I'm going to etch the inside of the nail tips, because like it looks like the outside is matte, but the inside is not matte. And I really don't want them to be popping off or anything, so I just use a little bit of primer on the inside of the nail, let it dry, and then I'm going to apply the nails. So I'm only going to show you this one hand on camera fully, just because I feel like it's not necessary. It's like super redundant to show everything for both hands. So I do show me applying the tips to both hands, but I don't show the filing and everything for both hands because it's just too much. Also, I'm going to be using the Jofay Fashion Solid Nail Glue Gel. This stuff is amazing. If y'all have not checked out Jofay Fashion on Amazon, y'all are really missing out, because they've got some really good stuff. Their press-on nails are stronger than a lot of press-on nails I've tried. Their extension glue, like this glue, is super awesome. It's really beginner friendly. It's not runny, but it's not super stiff to where it's hard to move around. It lasts like it says. It just is really good. So y'all, I don't have a code for them. I just have links where you can get this stuff. Now the Amazon links I'll provide are affiliate links. So if you do purchase from the links, it gives me a small commission. But I mean, as long as I've had my Amazon thing, I haven't received much, but it's okay. Like much, I mean like a couple of bucks here and there, but I just show y'all what I like. If you do purchase from there, I put all the money back into the channel because I'm always wanting to try new things and show y'all different techniques and stuff. So just throwing that out there. But sometimes I just give the link that Jofay Fashion needs me to give you, so that that's what I'm going to do in this video. They give me links to help them be found more. So I'm going to put that link in the description box so that you can search that link so that they start popping up more, because it helps them out when you search the proper words. It helps Amazon push their stuff more, and it really does deserve to be pushed. So now that I went off on a Jofay Fashion rant, we will get back to what I am doing. I applied the glue at the base. Well, we'll just do it with this next one because I show you all of them. So I take the nail tip, I take the solid glue, I put just a little bit. Now a little bit goes a long way. And I take my silicone tool. Try not to touch it with your hands like I do. It's hard to resist sometimes. Just take the silicone tool, press it out just a little bit up the nail, and then just push the nail onto your finger. And try to go at a 45-degree angle from your cuticle line to the free edge. I try to do that. I put the nail down a little bit up from the cuticle, do the 45-degree angle pressing towards the free edge, and then I slide the nail back. It just keeps, I found that doing it that way keeps the excess from seeping out so much at the cuticle line. Because I mean, a little bit is going to seep out until you perfect it, and I think I perfected it near the end. I think on my last nail or two. It just takes practice with how much gel you're going to need for each nail. It just trial and error, y'all. It's just all it is. And then make sure you're cleaning up all the gel before you're curing it. And then I do have a Jofay Fashion lamp, but this one is the one I just leave on my desk from Painted Desert. It's just a quick cure lamp. It's got like a little flexible little head part neck thing, like a gooseneck type lamp, but it's just easier to manipulate and rotate around my desk and stuff versus having to try to put my finger in a smaller lamp. I like this one, so this is just the one I use. So I'm just going to do that for all of my nails. It's really, really simple. I left this in real time so y'all can see how quick it is to apply these. I'm just giving them like a few seconds to cure just so that they don't move while I'm moving on to my other nails. But you don't even have to do that. They stay where they're put. So if you just wanted to attach all your nails and then put them in your larger lamp, you could totally do that too. But it stays where you put it. It's very, very beginner friendly. And I really have no complaints on this. I love this glue gel so, so much. And I suggest it to pretty much everybody that asks what I use to apply my nails. This is what I use, and I think that it lasts really well. It's a very affordable Amazon purchase. These nail tips, the glue, the top coat, they can all be found on Amazon, and I'll link everything in the description box. I mean, I love Amazon. I'm not really a huge Temu shopper. I never really got onto Temu. I stuck with Shein. I'm old school, I guess. When Shein first came out, I'll buy some stuff off of Shein. But I really like my stuff to like get there quick, and Amazon Prime knows that. So I love a good Amazon deal. And these are on Amazon. They have different shapes, different lengths, but they're all matte. And the 19 sizes, if y'all can't find nails to go on your nails that fit you without having to buff or not buff, but like without having to shape them to your cuticle line, I don't know what to tell you. Because there's 19 sizes in here, and I am pretty sure that there is a size for every single one of your nails. Can almost guarantee it. And I think the box is something crazy cheap, like $9.99 for 500 nail tips. I mean, they're really good. I'll have to try out, I don't think they have like a lot of longer ones. I have the medium almond. I'll maybe have to try like the medium coffin. That's like a true test because it's a little bit longer and it's like, will be a true wear test. But I have the short coffin and I have the medium almond. The shape is nice. The durability is nice. The fact that they're matte is nice. The 19 sizes is nice. I mean, why not take a chance and just try them out? They're really good tips and glue and top coat and all that. So if you're looking for something, try them out. You won't be disappointed. And if you do try them out, you have to let me know how you like them. So back to what we were doing. I have a crooked ring finger and it is super difficult for me to get the nails straight. So it's usually never straight. It's straight one way, not straight the other way. I just get it straight-ish, I guess you could say. Just how it works. Give it a few seconds to cure just to keep it in place, like I was saying, so that it doesn't move while I'm working on the other nails. And I mean, that is like really how simple it is, y'all. It is super easy. Like, I just can't say enough like how easy it is to do this. I know there are some of y'all that just have a hard time with applying the nail tips, but it really just takes practice. Like in the beginning, I would get super frustrated, but now it is so easy. Now that I've been practicing, I've been doing my nails at home for almost 3 years. My 3-year like nailversary thing is the end of July, so it hasn't even been 3 years, and I've picked it up and I'm able to show y'all the things that I've learned along the way. I've picked up a bunch of different art things, and I mean, I don't have like all the time in the world to just sit at my nail desk and do my nails all the time. I mean, I have 4 kids. When I started my nails, I was 7.5 or 8 months pregnant with my youngest daughter. So, I mean, I just learned over time. It's been a long 3 years with a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error. So I just share what I can with y'all and the tips and tricks, and practice. Doesn't make perfect, makes progress. So you'll get it. You just got to try. Give yourself some grace, and always put peel base underneath if you are questioning it. The bubble peely base comes off with alcohol. Super easy. I will make a video when I take these tips off. Do not worry. All right. This is a little trick I learned. Can't remember who I picked it up from, but underneath the gel is sticky. So I don't really like my nails to look like crusty and dusty with all the stuff that can stick to your nails, like all the dust and dirt and everything underneath the nails. I mean, they're going to be polished on top, so you won't see it unless I turn my hands over, but I don't like that look, so I just put a layer of top coat underneath the nail. It keeps the nail nice and clear, nice and clean, nice and pretty, so that everything just stays looking nice and clean until I take them off. So that's a little trick, just to try not to touch your skin with the gel. That is always something we are looking to be doing, is not touching our skin with the gel. So you just be really careful when you do this part. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult for shorter nails, but you can use a liner brush if that makes you happier. Put some gel on a palette and just use a liner brush if you want more precision, but I just use the brush in here because I've been doing it so long. I try to do this on every nail set so that the underside of my nails doesn't look dirty or crusty or anything, especially in the summer because we're outside literally every day, that it is nice playing in the dirt, playing with something outside, grass, dirt, mud, whatever have you. The kids and I are doing it outside. So, cured that, we are all set. Now, all I have to do is put the nail tips on my other hand. I'm going to put the peel base on there first for a full minute. I put a thin layer, full minute, cure it. Now I forgot to etch the other nails while I was working on them, so went ahead and pre-etched those off camera because it's also super redundant and we're not here to see that. So I'm going to show y'all the same thing, still using the Jofay Fashion one. I did speed this one up just a little bit just because we already saw it on the other hand, but I wanted y'all to see how easy it is to do it with your non-dominant hand, because it's just as easy. You just want to make sure that you're taking all the excess gel off of your nails before you are curing it. That is like key. I cannot stress that enough. Please make sure you're removing the excess gel from your nails before you cure it. We do not want to leave any gel on our skin. If you take anything away from this entire thing, no gel on your skin. Say it with me. No gel on your skin. That is the goal. Now, the little bit of gel that seeps out, you want to just make sure that you get it all off. Now, I scrape it to where there's no gel on the skin. There may be some residue, but I do wipe it off before I put my hand into the lamp. Also, look at how easy it is. It's just super simple. And these are like a really, really good shape of an almond. Like, sometimes people make the almonds like super rounded, like they'd never seen an almond before. And I'm just like, why? You seen the nut, right? You know what an almond looks like. Some people just make them so wide. I'm like, you made like a pointed grape. Like, we don't want pointed grape. We want almond. Or they make like a pear. We don't want a pear. We want an almond shape, which is nice and kind of skinny. But some people make it like a little bit rounder for no reason. Alright, well, had to talk to my kids. They're outside being nosy. So, had to get that under control real quick. But I'm sitting outside doing my voiceover, and they're playing and stuff, and they're trying to mess with the neighbors who are having a party and stuff. So, anyway, back to what we are doing. We are putting the gel on the tip. We are spreading it out so that it is easier to apply to the nail. Then we are applying the nail to the finger and pressing down, and voila! See, look at that, almost a perfect application, only a little bit seeped out. But you still want to make sure that you are cleaning the gel from around the cuticle line. Also, cleaning that part helps later with the filing and stuff. It helps you have to file less, so you're not cutting your nail, your cuticle whenever you are filing. Nobody really wants cut up cuticles. You don't want to hurt yourself. So just making sure that the tip is just a little bit away from your cuticle line and all the gel is not bunched up there. Those are two things that really help the ease of the filing. And I'll show y'all how I clean it up when I show you the other hand, because like I was saying, I do show you the filing for the left hand, what I do around the cuticle line, like how I clean up after I apply my tips so that they are ready to go. I don't show the rubber base application on top just because we're also not here for that. We're here to just show the application, show how easy it is to file them, to get them back to where they need to be, and get them ready for like a top coat. You don't have to put a rubber base on. I just choose to because I don't like to look at clear tips. I like my nail tips to not be see-through. I just put a little bit of like a pink sparkle on them. Alright, we are just moving right along. I sped it up just a little bit, but y'all can still see it is not that hard. I'm kind of moving straight through this. Now, from start to finish, with the prep before I started the video, to showing you guys the tips, to showing everything, to all the filing, application of both hands, to even putting a rubber base on, it took me just about 2.5 hours to do all of that for both hands. Now, I was moving a little bit slower and trying to stay in camera and all that stuff, so it's a little bit harder for me to do that all like in a quicker time frame, but not on camera. I could probably knock both hands out in about an hour. I think maybe about an hour and a half. But I also wanted to just move slower and just kind of show y'all everything. So that's why it took a little bit longer. And then the prep beforehand, like by prep, I mean file down my rubber base, get my cuticles looking nice, apply a new layer of rubber base, apply a top coat, and then start. And I did that to both hands before even starting. So 2.5 hours to do both hands and do completely everything. I feel like that's pretty awesome for me. That's a really good time. So I was impressed with that. Can always get faster, but I don't necessarily want to get faster. I just want to get more perfect at the application itself. All right, so once we've got all the nails situated where they need to be, all of the gel off the skin, everything, I make sure that it's all set, and then I cure this hand in the lamp for 60 seconds. I do a full cure for 60 seconds in my big lamp after I'm done flash curing, just so that I know that all the gel is completely cured, because the last thing we want is uncured gels. So when you've got all your nails where you want them, you want to go ahead and put them in your larger lamp so that they are completely cured, ready to file, and ready to shape up a little bit. All right, so now we are going to put the gel top coat underneath again. I'm going to show you how I put them using my non-dominant hand. I'm going to show you how I put it underneath. Same deal. Just try not to touch your skin with the top coat. This will keep the the glue gel from catching any lint, dust, dirt, hairs, anything. If you use dip powder, the dip powder will stick to it. So it just keeps it and gives it like a more pristine look. It also makes the nail tip super clear, crisp, see-through looking. So I suggest adding that in if that's like something that you've been thinking about, how do I get rid of that? That is how you do it. You just get rid of that part. And yes, I know my pinky is a little crooked, and that's okay with me. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. No worries. All right, so here we are. Nails are on. Everything looks good. Now I'm going to show you how I clean up the edges. I turn my e-file onto about 5,000 RPMs for this part, maybe 5 or 6. And I use this like cone bit. I think I got it from Amazon. It's probably a PANA bit. I try to buy all the PANA bits. I love PANA. They've got really good bits. Sundara Nails has a couple of good bits, but PANA's, I think I got this one for PANA or iGel Beauty. I'm not sure. But if I find it, if I remember what it is, I'll link it below. If I can't, I'll find something comparable from PANA on Amazon, and I will link it below. But I honestly can't remember where I got this bit. I clean it often. I haven't had to buy a new one yet because I just do my nails. But I just go around the cuticle line, keeping the e-file flat. Don't want to be digging into your nails. All we're doing is trying to clean up the excess gel from around the edges a little bit. That's all we are trying to do. We're not digging in. We're not doing anything crazy. We're just cleaning up the cuticle line. And that is going to help clean up any excess gel and make the nails look more natural, so that when you're ready to go paint them or put acrylic on or dip powder or whatever you're trying to do with them, they are going to be ready. You can even just put a rubber base on and just let them go. Totally up to you. You can wear them. You can freaking just wear them clear if you want. That's up your decision, whatever you want to do. But I'm just showing you how I clean up the edges so that they look nice and crisp. So all that gel that kind of cured on top, everything we kind of wiped, this is like the residual residue of that. It's not any cuticle I'm filing up or anything. It's literally just the excess gel that was on top of the tip or that I wiped away. That's all. And I just want to clean it up and get it all nice and fresh looking, seal that cuticle line, and then just, because I mean, yes, they are extensions, but I don't want them to look like press-on extensions. I want them to look kind of flush with my nail. So that's the look that I go for. So I mean, it really just depends, but my channel is always just what I do. You can take it, you can leave it. It's really whatever you want to do, but I'm just showing you what I do, how I do what works. Now I'm going to move on to this sanding band. Y'all have heard me preach on this sanding band. This 3mm sanding band, oh, is the best. I love this small sanding band. It is my favorite. So you can get the sanding band and the bits from Sundara Nails. It was one of the recent releases. I'm not sure where I got my bit from. I forget, probably Amazon. Because I get a lot of stuff from Amazon. But Sundara Nails does have this bit. So I'm going to link the Sundara Nails this bit down below for you. I love this bit. I have actually gone away from using my larger sanding band most of the time because this fits right in the cuticle line. It fits so good, and it just works so well for cleaning up, just rubbing off that excess gel. Just kind of, I do like a little once over on the whole nail, even though it is matte, just to give it that extra like scruffiness so that the gel that I'm going to put on top sticks to it all the better. Gel likes to stick to like grippy surfaces, so even though the nail is matte and it would have no problems, I like to make it just that little bit extra roughed up so that it stays really well. And then after I do this part, all I do is I do a little bit of like, I take my, it's like a file buffer, but it's not, it's like a filer and a buffer, and I just clean up the edges. Well, first I use this really skinny file just to clean up the sides, make them a little bit more crisp, flatten up the free edge, because sometimes you'll get nail tips where they like pull them off of the little straight piece, because sometimes they can come on like I don't even know how to explain what I'm explaining. Y'all know what I mean. There's always that like little tip at the like little part at the free edge where you just need to file that off. Nobody wants that on there. So that's what I'm doing. Just crisping the shape, filing the free edge just a little bit to make it a little bit crispy shape, and then that's it. Because I already filed the cuticle, so I don't need to go in there with my hand file. I just go in there with this file and just kind of straighten it up just a little bit. And then I take this like sponge file buffer thing and I just go on the sides just to make sure that I've got everything nice and crispy, nothing's hanging at the bottom. The edges look nice, so they're not super sharp and gonna stab me. And then I just go along the edges just to make sure that nothing is like bumpy, lumpy, ragged, sharp, anything like that. And they are really all set after that. That is literally what I do for my nails. So I also learned a super cool trick that if you want retention, you need to take some acetone. They're ready to go right now. Ready to go polish, whatever. But I like to take some acetone and a brush, like I use an angled brush or a square brush, flat brush, whatever you want to call it. And I will take some acetone and go around my cuticle line, and that will help melt the edge of the extension, just to give it that extra step of seamlessness, so that like as your nails grow out, you're not going to have them catching in your hair. So that is just another extra step that I like to do. I learned it from Nails Cat on Instagram. I saw her do this one time and I was just like, consider me sold. And every time I've done it, my nails last until I take them off. I've never had a pop off. I can honestly say I've never had a nail pop off since I started this. And I started this about a year ago and I've never had a nail pop off. So it's just one of those extra measures. Even with the peel base underneath, my nails still didn't pop off. So, but they still removed easy when I wanted them to, but they didn't pop off until I took them off. So we are all done with that. That is basically all that I do for my nails. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the other hand off camera. I'm going to add my rubber base coat on top. And then I'm going to show y'all pretty much everything that I use. Yeah, you got to clean off with alcohol, sanitize at the end. Now my nails are completely ready to put the rubber base on and ready to go. They look fantastic. You can do whatever you want from here, but getting to this point, that's all you needed. Now you're ready to go, 100% ready to put anything on top of them. Now we do the other hand off camera, get them looking nice. So both hands are filed, shaped, sealed. This is what the short Coffin and the medium Almond nails look like without anything on top of them. But if y'all have been around for a little minute, y'all know that I love my rubber base. I am addicted to the Aviv color rubber base. So that is what I'm going to put on. Here are the nail tips. This is the box you want to look for when you're looking on Amazon. I will link it below. This is the glue gel that you want to use and the top coat, all of them from Jofay Fashion. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the rubber base coat on, and I will come back and show you what they look like all ready to go. So here we are. Everything's done, looking nice and beautiful. I absolutely love, love, love this. I really hope that y'all found this video useful. I hope y'all found it helpful. I hope you learned a couple of things. And I really hope y'all give Jofay Fashion a chance. Check out these tips, if nothing else, because 19 sizes, y'all can't beat it. But as always, everything will be linked in the description box for you. If you have any questions, my inbox is always open. You can email me or hit me up on Instagram. But until then, I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great day, y'all.